Okay, so trying this for a second time. I just finished talking to myself like a crazy person so that I could make a video to post to the forum board. Unfortunately, I did not set my little AV setup here such that the microphone was working. Sorry, something just drifted past the camera. So very stupidly, I uploaded the video to YouTube, played it back, and discovered that all that was really there was me gesticulating homosexually for 10 minutes. So I am hoping this will go a little better. So a few things. Let me get this out of the way because I spent at least a third of the last video talking about this. I am sorry for the white balance issues going on here. This camera is very sensitive and it is very like white and snowy outside. Oh, there it goes. See? So, and there it goes. Yeah. So this is a really good look. My pallor looks great. It kind of fixes if I come in real tight. You want to talk to me like this for a while? This is terrible. I don't know. I'm fucked. But anyway, so that's out of the way. I wanted to say thanks to Tom, whose post I missed in this thread and then continued to neglect without realizing that it had been, like, you know, if there's any more than like 5 updated threads in here, something monumental's happened. So, I look like I have a horse denture, like, just one tooth, one huge one. But yeah, no, I loved your place. Thanks for showing. You're very organized. This feels super nuts because I am saying some of the exact same things I said last time, like I am now rehearsing the lines or something. So forgive me if I am like shifty about this. I was nervous and before, now I'm just like, but anyway, yeah, so where was I going? Right, I was thinking to try and sort of generate like a theme that would like give people something to talk about so that we could post it, like, you know, keep the thread up. I don't know why that was so hard to say. We could just describe how like the first month of our new year has been. Or not, if you have something better. I know it's not exactly like new and original. Also, I have air dried my hair, which is why I look like Carol Brady right now. But yeah, anyway, I just figured we could all like give a fun, or not fun, as it turns out, little update. So yeah, I guess I can start. This is so awkward the second time, you guys. So fucking awkward. 2018 has been off to a terrible start for me. Ugh. There was the cat, as you know, and I apologize for like darting up and down. I'm looking at myself because it's very distracting. And the camera is above, obviously. But yeah, the cat, we lost our cat that we had gotten in September when we lost our previous cat. And it was a very harrowing ordeal, very tragic. The first one was very like surprising, and there was a just sort of like shocking sense of like finality. Cat was fine, cat was dead, there was nothing in the middle. But this was different, yeah. We got him in September, and he was already 9 years old. And I certainly never stopped to consider the fact that, like, his, you know, sort of advanced age might be indicative of, like, other health problems or whatnot. And in my mind, it was very much like, we have a new cat, the newness, like, you know, we have, well, not one, but, you know, we had another cat when we got him. And I guess in our minds, like, we figured that, like, the new cat would, like, exceed the lifespan of the one he was now paired up with. And to say the least, that did not happen. But yeah, and, like, he turned out to be very ill, and I've never had to deal with that. He was, like, pretty fine. It was just stunning to me how quickly this all came on. Like, within the span of a week, he just, like, was fine, and then, like, when we went to go see him on the very last day, he was at an emergency clinic for 3 days. He just was, like, exhausted, like, just out of sorts, very tired, like, though very, very pleased to see me and my husband, which was, I don't know, I have a hard time with, you know, people, like, assigning human sentimentalities and such to animals sometimes, but, like, there was a definite sense of, like, feeling that he waited for us, and, like, when we got there, he just continued to be, like, so much more exhausted, and, like, the look in his eyes was unbearable. And so, like, we got to say goodbye, and finally, we made the decision to, like, let him rest and such. So that was, yeah, that has been the first real sort of hallmark moment of the year for me personally. I am buried beneath schoolwork. I have taken on 6 classes. Sorry, somebody is calling. Which is probably good that I'm spending my time talking to myself about myself to myself so that I can post it on the internet instead of doing actual schoolwork. Oh, I did just finish a psychology paper. But yeah, it's overwhelming. I want to enjoy school much more than I do. But going back late in the game has proven to be tedious. Like, it taxes my emotional state, you know. It's like, and I've never been to college before, so I'm, like, just starting. So there is a definite, like, I feel like a fish out of water. Like, and I go to school with a bunch of kids, like, kids that, like, right out of high school, and there's a different, like, youth culture. There's a different, like, attitude. I mean, I feel like 1,000,000 years old, and it's very bizarre. And so my thought was to increase my course load and, like, hurry it up. Though it has made me resent the process so much more. And I sort of resenting it. It's a very, like, vicious cycle, because, like, as a younger person, as a student, like, I loved school. I was good at it. Like, it was, you know, that's your job as a kid. Like, go to school, and I did it well. well regarded amongst my teachers. Like, it was just something that I really enjoyed. I've always been like, had a thirst for knowledge, if you will. But yeah, this is, it's proving very difficult to try and enjoy the subjects that I am studying for, especially this early in the game, because like I'm a psychology major, I guess. Like I said, I'm not even to my bachelor's degree yet, so it sounds like a little high on my horse to declare myself as majoring in anything. I'm like just trying to get the basics done. But I am taking like psychology specific courses to try and like lead my pathway that way. But it's very difficult for me to like enjoy. I am definitely not a part of like the foundation, the group of people that make up the majority of what goes on there, and thusly I feel like it's like, I don't know, I am sort of like, I've definitely already been regarded as like old. People, kids, I like to call them, but people at least of voting age, like, but like, oh, you use such big words, you speak so well, like, never like phrased as a compliment. It's always like, ooh, dinosaur. But yeah, so I'm into that for a little less than a month, and I already do not love. What else? And I guess finally, I tripped to Florida recently. I came home early after ingratiating myself to some friends of my husband's. I don't wish to get too deeply into the specifics of it, but like, I humiliated myself and my husband. Fortunately, he was able to stay back and sort of rectify the situation with me out of the way after I came home. But to say the least, it has proven to be a just absolute like mess of a month. But I am trying to stay chipper. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I was like, oh, we should all get together and talk about things, but let me start us off with this depressing tale of the last 30 fucking days I've had. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to stay chipper and optimistic. I am an optimistic type person, and so, I mean, like, it can only go up from here, or so I hope. But yeah, I don't know. It was so nice to see you, Tom, in your video that you posted of your flat. It is very cute. I do, and again, I think I've mentioned this maybe, or maybe it was in my last video. Who fucking knows? I don't remember. You're very organized, which I love. I like your board a lot. That was very, very cute. I always hate calling stuff cute to a man, but it's, I don't know, it was cute. And also, you look totally different. You have such your hair and your like sweater. I don't know, it made you all look very, very like dark complected. It was very good looking, but like it was just strange. You, as of recently, were very like had the bald head, and I think I perhaps maybe had never seen you quite in a sweater for so. I don't know. My ability to prattle here is a little bit out of control. This is running on how long? Yeah, 14 minutes. Anyway, but yeah, no, you look good. Your place looks good. Thank you for posting. I like I said, I thought about doing this for quite some time, and I've been a little busy. Things have been a little chaotic, but I've always loved this sort of format of like getting on here with you guys and like seeing you in person and hearing you in person, and like I don't know, talking. I think most of us are pretty interesting, or at least the people I don't think are interesting don't post in this section. So, but yeah, I don't know. if you have something more scintillating, I guess, to talk about, please do. But I don't know. If not, feel free to use this template of rambling on about your probably, like, I don't know, better year so far. I say year, it's been like a month. And yeah, I don't know. Signing off is always the weirdest part, right? But yeah, it would be nice. But yeah. Let's make it a drinking game. But yeah. So yeah, that concludes this. This has run on for quite some time. I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully I will soon. Bye.